Welcome to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Mike Favetta.
And I'm Dina DeLisa Gonzer in for Cara DeFalco. We're so glad you could join us. Mike, you and I are both business owners, and we know marketing, it can be one of the biggest challenges to running a small business.
Absolutely, especially when you have a niche business. So when you don't want to sound pitchy, here to help us naturally attract and nurture clients is Andrea Pass, owner of Andrea Pass Public Relations and contributing author of the new Amazon bestseller, Heart-Centered Marketing. Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Andrea, when it comes to marketing, what is the differentiator to making it heart-centered marketing, as you say?
I think the most important aspect when you're talking about heart-centered marketing is understanding your goals. It's got to come from your heart. Business owners today, so many are entrepreneurs or solopreneurs, but you've got to understand that if you're not marketing your business, if you're not out there and telling other people about your service, your product, your book, your nonprofit, then how are they going to know about you? And if you're not telling them that with heart, whether it's an advertising, public speaking, public relations, then the message isn't going to reach your audiences and they're not going to believe in you.
I love that point because I feel like there's such a call to people want to see you being authentic in your authentic self, whether you're promoting a product or a book or a service. So in your book, you have a specific chapter called Driving Sales Using Public Relations. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that means?
Well, I think that public relations is often the most misunderstood of the elements of marketing because so many people think that for a PR campaign, you have to be Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, but that's not true. Anyone can afford a PR campaign, and getting recognition in the press is giving you that third-party editorial endorsement, and it's giving you content for you to feature on your website or in your social media. So being out there in the press is what I'm all about. And that increases sales because someone reads about your service in an article, or they're hearing about your product on a podcast, or they're learning about your book in a blog. So all of these media elements are so important to drive sales because you've got to be in it to win it. And if you're not in the content that your audience is reaching and reading and absorbing and watching and listening to, then you're missing the mark when it comes to public relations.
So Andrea, you mentioned why public relations is such an integral part of marketing without giving away too much of your book because we want people to buy it. Are there any other tidbits that kind of bring on that outreach that you could give to customers if you're a small business owner?
I think the most important thing is reaching people where they're at. So are you a member of your trade organization? Does your trade organization have a magazine or a speaking opportunity or a podcast? Well, you need to find that out and suggest yourself. So remember, in public relations, networking is PR, PR is networking. So to be able to contribute to media outlets, contribute to a meeting that you're going to, have a speaking opportunity, they're going to promote you. Those are all elements of public relations that help to drive sales that you may not have realized were quite simple.
And so this is a term I had to learn when starting my business was evergreen press coverage. I wasn't quite sure what that meant at the beginning, but it's very important. Can you help us understand a little bit more about what evergreen press is and how it adds to an overall communication program that drives sales?
Well, what's really important is that you don't date your information, whereas heart-centered marketing just hit the sales shelves. This is a book that we can talk about for years and years to come. It doesn't matter what date it came out. It's important that we're not focusing on what the weather is outside or that we're doing an event on a specific date. Be generic in when you're doing interviews so that you can focus on the story. I just posted an article that was featured about me, came out about 2 years ago. It didn't matter because my audience didn't remember it from 2 years ago. The content was evergreen. It was information you can use anytime, anywhere. And so I got a new set of engagement out of that article that came out a while ago. So evergreen means don't date anything. Talk about something generically. Don't talk about something in the past. Don't give a date for the future, but give editorial and educational information to your audiences so they can learn more about your business, what you do, and why they should be hiring you.
So, Andrea, you mentioned about attracting new customers. What are some ways that you think businesses could keep the customers they have coming back for more and kind of grow naturally that client base that is already present because they've done business with them over the years?
What's important is public relations is all about relationships, and business is all about relationships. So, staying in touch with your clients or your prospective clients or other contacts is so important. And my two-word mantra has always been relationships matter. So those things are important in keeping your clients, working with your clients, getting the job done. And I always laugh because I'm in touch with my clients so often and securing press coverage for them that sometimes they say, Andrea, I need a little break. There's a lot of press happening. But I think what's important is always being on top of things with your clients and sharing that information as a business owner. And I think that is what all of the authors involved in heart centered marketing have stressed, whether it's public speaking, advertising, sales funnels, and much, much more. There's so much that you can do to be in touch with your clients and to reach new clients as well.
That relationship information, very important. Andrea, where can we find out more about you as well as your book?
Well, feel free to go to AndreaPassPR.com. I'm on LinkedIn, Andrea Pass. I'm on Facebook, Andrea Pass Public Relations, and I'm on Instagram, Andrea Pass PR. And please check out Highlander Press. They are the publishing house behind Heart Centered Marketing, which is available on Amazon as well. So let me know if you've read it and let me know your feedback.
Andrea Pass, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Dina, really great advice.
I know. I'm so motivated. I can't wait to go check her out and just learn a little bit more about all the expertise she has. It's a lot to try to think of promoting yourself and crafting the right message, reaching the right people. I mean, that truly is a full-time job in itself.
It's true. And I like what you said about relationships because,
Hmm.
running a weather consulting firm, I try and reach out to people that I've worked with in the past. But something as simple as, hey, we have these new branded umbrellas that came in. Would you like one? And all of a sudden, the conversation starts up again. So even a little promotion like
I mean,
that
I could use an
seems to do the
umbrella
trick.
too, especially with your weather forecast we've been hearing about. So that's handy dandy. That's
I
good.
think
I
the
like
solar
that.
eclipse glasses in 2.5 weeks are going to be key. That's the next marketing strategy. I'll have to
Oh,
mail you a pair.
wow. You're a genius yourself. I love
We'll try.
it.
Well, this is the New Jersey Morning Show. Not genius, just humble. You can find us here on ONNJ.com or on Roku and Fire TV.